And welcome to Adrenaline Athletic Training. I'm Pep Fernandez for a very special inland sports show because the CIF Southern Section has just released the new playoff divisions for high school football and all the fall sports in general. But today, right now, we're going to talk about football because the football season is right around the corner, and there was a lot of speculation of which teams would end up where. The new divisions no longer based on which league you play in, but based on competitive equity. So how your school did the past 2 seasons will determine which division you play in for this upcoming fall. So we're going to look at some of the divisions. We're going to read some of your tweets because some of you had some great reactions to the new playoff divisions. And for sure we'll talk about it a lot more tomorrow, Saturday, on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM. But just want to take a couple minutes and just give you a quick snapshot of what went down today. It's all brought to you by our good friends here at Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona. We certainly appreciate their support. The softball teams, basketball training going on, all kinds of stuff. So whatever sport you're into, Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona can help you out. RE/MAX Advantage. Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX Advantage. 909-307-5665 is the number. And Spoiled, quick quality oil change. Bill Navigato is the man and his team. It's in the name, guys. Spoiled. Get your car oil changed and be spoiled in the process. Get you back out on the road. We appreciate their support. All right. So without further ado, like I said, we're going to talk a lot more about this on the Inland Sports Show on Saturday on 11 a.m. right here on the Inland Sports YouTube channel, as well as Fox Sports Radio, 1350 a.m. But we wanted to touch on just a couple things to kind of whet your appetite, the tip of the iceberg here for the new playoff divisions for high school football. And let's go ahead and look at Division 1. So these are the schools that, based on the new CIF parameters now, on how your school did the last 2 years, here's what Division 1 looks like. And it's a real who's who. Of course, Centennial, when you look at the strength of schedule, your record, who you beat, all those sorts of things, Centennial is the #1 school in the Southern Section. Not a huge surprise there. We already knew that. So the Huskies check in at #1 in the CIF Division 1 playoff division. So that's it, just 18 schools. The other local, of course, being Vista Marietta, and Upland's also in there. Rancho Cucamonga, what a great division. We're going to read some of your tweets in just a second. But those are the schools in the brand new CIF Southern Section Division 1 playoff division. Centennial comes out on top, followed closely by Vista Marietta at number 6. Now let's take a look at Division 2 right now. And Division 2 is probably, in my estimate, the closest thing we have to an inland division. A lot of great schools in this one, including, we got Norco, Redlands East Valley, Citrus Hill, Great Oak, Heritage, and Murrieta Valley. So Division 2 is really loaded. A lot of great teams, and a lot of great teams from right here in the inland area. So I can't wait to watch that one. That one's going to be a lot of fun. And I just want to jump to Division 5. Like I said, we're just jumping around. Quick snapshot today. We'll talk a lot more about it tomorrow on the Inland Sports Show. But here's what Division 5 looks like, and it's also pretty juicy. I'm going to have to put on one of my Inland Sports bibs because this one's juicy, dripping all over the place. We got King High School, Temecula Valley, Corona, Redlands, Roosevelt, San Jacinto, Riverside Poly, and Paloma Valley. So Division 5, similar to Division 2, where there's a lot of inland area schools, a lot of good ones. And now the CIF Southern Section thinks they think they got it right. It's based on competitive equity. So based on how you did the last 2 years, who you beat, your strength of schedule, your opponents, this is the formula they came up with. I believe there's 13 divisions in all, and the inland area schools are really spread out across the board. So you can't even single in on one division or 2 or 3. They're all over the place. But I just wanted to pick out Division 1s, 2, and 5 just for the sake of this show because I don't want to make this too long. And like I said, we'll talk a lot more about it on the Inland Sports Show tomorrow at 11 a.m. And, of course, in the coming weeks. I just wanted to read some of your tweets, some of your reaction of what the playoff divisions mean. The Heritage High School football Twitter said, looks good. Competition is never a bad thing. No more first and second round blowouts. That's true. Want a ring? You got to earn it. No patsies. And patsies probably pun intended for the Patriots, the Pats. No patsies, all right? So that was Heritage High School on Twitter. Danny Duran saying Rancho D1 now. And that's true. Rancho Cucamonga Division 1. You betcha. Also on the Twitter feed, Brandon Robinson, now at Upland. He says the SEC of the CIF Southern Section has got to be Division 1 right now, and he can't argue against that. Hashtag compete against the best. Thank you, Coach Robinson, for that. Let's see what else I got. I'm going down the Twitter. Our good friend, Matt Casey, his Twitter, Matty Ice, Matt Casey 18. He says, oh my lordy, looking at the Division 2 playoffs and then at the Division 1 playoff teams, he wrote stacked, all capitalized. Thanks, Matty Ice, for that. We appreciate that. Gage Guerra, of course, a Husky, says, at number 1 looks beautiful. That we're talking about Centennial in Division 1, the number 1 team in all the Southern Section. No big surprise there. Thanks, Gage, for that. Thanks for checking in. We really appreciate it. Let's see. Prince Akeem says everybody else got a East ring. Let's see. Kenny Teeter, my boy's about to win it all. I think Kenny's down there at Heritage as well. Heritage loves checking in. We love them being outspoken. Cracker Jack at Poncho Man 78. I'll let you read it for yourself, but he's pretty funny as well. Pierre at Direction Dude 98 wrote, prediction, Vista somehow makes it to the finals, but loses. Harsh, bro. Harsh, Pierre. But we appreciate your feedback here and your reaction. Anthony Catalano, one of our dear friends. I love you, Anthony. At QB8 _ he's going to Southern Utah, former quarterback at Centennial. Former now. That sounds weird. But Anthony Catalano wrote, I feel bad for teams 2 through 18. Of course, he's talking about Centennial being number 1. The other 17 schools are not Centennial. So Centennial, the number 1 team in the CIF Southern Section, Division 1 playoff division. Nathan Sisk at Nathan Sisk 34 wrote stacked for Division 1. Darius Allensworth from Heritage High School, another dear friend of the program, now shut down defensive back for the Cal Golden Bears. He wrote, I like it. So Heritage now in Division 2 for the playoff division. So please keep them coming. Please keep the tweets coming. We'd love to read more of them on the Inland Sports Show on Saturday, 11 a.m. You can watch it live right here on the Inland Sports Channel or Fox Sports 1350 a.m. Quick reminder, there's a free football clinic taking place at King High School tomorrow morning. That's Saturday, June 18th, 9 a.m. to noon. So you can show up as early as 8 a.m. and register right there on the spot. No need to pre-register. Just walk right up. And they're going to be doing everything. Speed and agility with Quest Speed. And then adrenaline athletic training. They're going to have training and tackling techniques with Leonard Russell, former NFL star, 1,000-yard rusher in the NFL, and Ivory Soley. So they're going to break that down if you're a youth player, high school player. And also another dear friend of ours, Jim Clover at Riverside Medical Clinic. He's going to talk about concussions and signs to look for, and they're preventable, and when to return to play protocol. So Jim Clover is the very best in this in the Inland Empire, so he's a great authority on this. So you got Jim Clover on concussions, adrenaline athletic training, training and tackling techniques, and Keith Corey, Quest Speed and agility training. That's King High School tomorrow. Once again, I'm Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you joining us time here live at Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona. Another shout out here to Ken's Sporting Goods. I love you guys in Norco. I can see why you're number 1. University of Redlands, Cal Baptist, Rev Football, Centennial Football, all the local high schools, and they do such a great job. I had a chance to stop by there and see Jason and his team in action. They do an awesome job. And Santiago and Ty de Trinidad, their head baseball coach, hooked me up with some sweet gear. You know I love Santiago, so I'm going to rock the Sharks all over the place, so I appreciate that as well. Once again, we are live at Adrenaline. We'll talk a lot more about this tomorrow on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 1350 a.m. The CIF Southern Section playoff divisions are out, and we'll put a full list on our website, inlandsports.wordpress.com, so you can check out all the playoff divisions and find your favorite team. I'm Pep Fernandez. We'll see you next time on Inland Sports.